Hi there, I'm Coach Daniel's digital assistant, and I hope all is well with you today. Now, before we look at the newsletter, I'll read today. I know this type of content is not for everyone. For anyone who prefers teachings from a real human being, rather than an avatar like myself, head over to the hundreds of hours of free content on this channel, including a much anticipated lecture on NATO 2.0 by Coach Daniel tomorrow. With this said, let us now look at a letter titled, How to Get Off the Insomnia Roller Coaster. From Coach Daniel, originally sent June 3rd, 2022. Let's start with thinking about a fellow human being. Imagine someone sharing with us that they had a restless night and that they now feel like a failure. Two things become very clear to us. Firstly, they have been thinking of the night as a battle. Secondly, they think they lost. Thinking, I lost, unquestionably tells us that our friend, who didn't sleep much that time, thinks they were in a competition or fight or other type of struggle. Otherwise, they wouldn't have thought something existed that was possible to lose. And here's where this leads. If we think we lost, this teaches our brains that there is a battle to be won or to be lost. This idea of a battle to be won or lost leads us to want to win and avoid loss, which leads to trying harder to sleep and more insomnia. This is often fairly easy to see. Here's where it gets a little trickier. Imagine someone sharing with us that they slept all night, and now they're in a celebratory mood. Where does this lead? That's right. It's the mirror image of the exact same process. Thinking, I won unquestionably tells us that our friend thought they were in a competition or fight. And it leads to the very same place. The idea of a battle to be won or lost and more insomnia. As you can see, win-lose thinking about sleep leads to an insomnia roller coaster. Celebration and ecstasy when we sleep. Self-criticism and hardship when we don't. Now here's the thing. It is when we neither celebrate a night of sleep or bang ourselves up when we sleep less that the roller coaster ends. But it's far easier to do one of the two. When we feel bruised and battered, willfully lifting ourselves up to think of the night in more neutral terms, this is difficult. We, of course, can be kind and gentle with ourselves, which helps tremendously, but sometimes this isn't easily available to us. When we have slept well, on the other hand, this is a different story. When we find ourselves celebrating a night of sleep as a feat and an achievement, it's much easier to hit the pause button. Wait a minute, this is that way of celebrating that creates insomnia? Aha! Automatically things become more neutral, our reaction has become more neutral, and this is only the beginning. Because when we have taught the brain that a more neutral reaction to the highs is what leads to where we want to be, our reaction to the lows will change as well. And when the intensity of our reaction to the previous night fades and fades, then the insomnia roller coaster is over. That was all for today. I hope you will have a peaceful rest of your weekend. And if you'd like to receive these letters directly to your digital mailbox, head over to www.thesleepcokeschool.com and sign up for Coach Daniel's weekly newsletter. Be well now and take care.